Believe, believe yourself, Royal Challengers Bengaluru, because in what was an absolute roller coaster of a match at the Chinnaswamy Stadium, Royal Challengers Bengaluru have won by 2 runs. 2 runs against Chennai Super Kings, and 2 things have happened. Number 1, they are now on top of the table. And for the first time in the history of IPL, RCB do the double against Chennai Super Kings. Beat them on both occasions. It's never happened before in their history. Yash Dayal again does it. Last year, he had to defend 17 runs and he did it in style. Dhoni got hit for a 6. He hit him for a 6, but he bounced back. Here, Dhoni again was trapped plumb in front by Yash Dayal. Third ball, when you look at it, 4th ball, a full toss which Dubey deposited over the Chinnaswamy. After that, 3 fantastic deliveries, and CSK have fallen short by 2 runs. RCB tried their damnedest to lose. Engidi dropping a catch, Virat dropping a catch, but now RCB are well on top, and this win was so much more needed for them, because had they lost, DC, PBKS, LSG, KKR, all would have sensed an opportunity and would have surged ahead. But now it's 3 teams who are looking all but certain, and now the race is for the 4th spot.
And that's between 2 teams.
3 teams, I would say.
Delhi and Punjab to an extent.
LSG also. You don't know what LSG can do, and even KKR. If KKR beat RR tomorrow, anything can happen. But let's go to the points table and all this a bit later. But yes,
what a game have we just
What a game. You have to feel for AYUSH Mhatre. Magnificent 94 of 48. And it continues the trend. No right-hander has hit a century in IPL. 2025, no right-hander.
Shreyas Iyer, 97, na, I guess.
97, that's it. Ravindra Jadeja, 77 of 45. But yet again, when you had Shivam Dube, you gave him as an impact sub for 3 balls. Why did Dhoni promote himself? That is one more question that I would very well be wanting to say, because he just hit that 1-6. Bravo, excellent, brilliant. But then apart from that, he hit 6 runs of 7 balls.
No, but Sidvi sir,
But again.
Very honestly, more often than not in such a situation, even despite all of this, you'd want an MS Dhoni to go. The only thing is that it was a gamble between Devolve Brevis and Shivam Dube. One had to come. I think they promoted Devolve Brevis just because of the form that he's been in, and also the dimension of the grounds would have been an advantage.
No, I don't mind the Devolve Brevis promotion. That was worth it.
MS Dhoni coming.
There was a spinner bowling, yaar. It is obvious.
The spinner was waiting.
Exactly.
And that over by Suyash, I think a very good over.
6 runs.
6 runs.
Just
18th,
6 runs.
17th, 18th.
17th. You know when MS Dhoni will come out to bat, they'll employ a spinner. They had Krunal, they had Suyash. Couldn't they have gotten a Shivam Dube? Change the batting now for once. Change the batting order. You want a best player of spin, there is Shivam Dube. Yet, for your own self-glorification, you have bought out MS Dhoni. 12 of 8. It sunk
this
you.
Is in the hindsight, Sidvi sir.
No. I thought Shivam Dube was injured. That's why he's not coming. I understand Devolve Brevis, but I couldn't understand Dhoni promoting himself when Shivam Dube is there.
Left and right hand combination, cricketing logic made sense.
Again, by cricketing logic.
Gulati sir, you yourself tell me, we have been cribbing about this fact that MS Dhoni is not promoting himself all throughout the season. When the situation is such, he is not coming. Today he's come out to bat, he's not been able to finish it. He's just done it once in this IPL. Out of the 4 or 5 occasions, once he has done LSG game, and apart from that he hasn't done it. Apart from that he has failed more often, 99% of the times. But again, I think it was a gamble that had to be taken. And MS Dhoni, what now after this season, one more thing that's really important now is that he has a very rigid role, and there is no flexibility in that role. It's not like that he can be flexible with that role. He can only come when the situation is like this, when you need 10, 12 runs per over and there are just 3 or 4 overs left. And if he's not even able to do that, then there is no point of having him, because on other situations he can't even come up the order and stop the flow of wickets. That's also not what he can do.
Because see, CSK needed flexibility. Forget the matchups here. Who's the best player of spin? Dhoni or Dubey? Dubey.
But
You came in
bowling then.
But then they would have not wanted to bowl the spinner rather than at that.
I think this is where the weakness of MS Dhoni is no more a secret now. I think it wasn't in the previous seasons also, and this time it has become much more evident. Not just this game, it has happened previously also. Yuzvendra Chahal did not bowl a single over in the match. As soon as MS Dhoni comes in, Shreyas Iyer makes a master stroke and he brings in Yuzvendra Chahal. This time around also, they were anticipating that Dhoni would promote himself, and look at what Rajat Patidar did. I think he's turning out to be an astute captain, and one of the reasons why RCB are at the top of the table at the #1 spot is Rajat Patidar's captaincy. We can all criticize that he hasn't performed consistently with the bat, hasn't really gotten those notable scores in the last few matches or so, but boy oh boy, his captaincy is turning out to be literally masterful. 2 overs of spin, and that's what even Siddharth and I were discussing. We were saying this thing that last 3 overs are remaining, who all would be. So he was like, it could be Yash Dayal, Bhuvneshwar Kumar and Suyash Sharma, because Suyash came into bowl as soon as MS Dhoni was there. I said that if Krunal Pandya is not injured, it would have been Suyash, Krunal and Yash Dayal, or maybe Bhuvneshwar Kumar. That's where I think the clear weakness lie, and I think this is where maybe CSK going back to their old template, or Dhoni trying to promote himself. You can still say that it was a good move, but then Dhoni's powers are waning, and this is where you needed a Shivam Dube. More importantly, you're out of the competition, and what you need at this particular point in time in the tournament is a win to bring that smile back on the faces of the fans.
Because see, CSK were with the run rate throughout, except when Suyash bowled that 18th over. 19th over was bowled by Bhuvneshwar, catch was dropped, but then he bounced back later.
Has Suyash Sharma done the most thankless job this season for a particular team?
Today, I think it was a great call by Rajat Patidar, and the only thing is he had gone for 38 runs prior to that over. Still going and giving it to him, I think that was a very big call to take against Mahendra Singh Dhoni, because see, there was Jadeja as well, and Jadeja who was set, he was striking the ball decently well. That over could have gone for runs, but Rajat Patidar took that gamble, something that Rishabh Pant did not do again in the Lucknow game, because there was a Shivam Dube on the other end. But today Rajat Patidar did not repeat that mistake, and he made sure that he gives it to the spinner in Suyash Sharma, despite the fact that he was going for runs today at 10 runs, more than 10 runs per over.
Know what would have happened, okay, if they had shown a bit more. This was not with the benefit of hindsight or foresight or anything. By promoting an MS Dhoni, you fell right into the trap. There was no need, because there were spinners that were going to come in. It's an open secret. With Dube, what you would have done is, if you had promoted him up, okay, Dayal and Bhuvneshwar would have to bowl the 18th and 19th over. Who would have bowled the 20th? That is where RCB's planning could have gone haywire. But no, we will give MS Dhoni on a platter, let the spinner come in, you bowl your quota, done. Dayal bowled a no ball. Lungi Ngidi was also benefited by CSK's brain fade. Dewald Brevis, what was he thinking? Okay, there is controversy on the Dewald Brevis thing, because he didn't review. It was clearly going down leg side. He didn't review, but he was scrambled. But the umpire told him that you can't, because he had given him out. But amidst the entire melee, Dewald Brevis forgot to immediately review, because when the umpire gives it out, the rule is at that point in time, the timer starts. The timer starts, he ran, the umpire gave it out, Brevis was deliberating, and then after that what happened? He said, I will go for the review, but by that time had elapsed.
And anyways, if he would have taken that run, it would not have been counted if he was taking the review. Anyways, it would not have been counted. So there was no need to go for that
run. At least, Dewald Brevis would have been there. He could have at least hit some runs, because it was going down leg side.
To go for that run, I still don't understand, because he was anyways given out. If he was out, anyways that run wasn't being counted. And if it wasn't out, and the decision was to be overturned after taking the review, that run anyways would not have mattered.
Anyway, see, you lost it in the 19th over itself. Today, the 18th over of CSK's chase and the 19th over in CSK's bowling ensured that you did not have the right to win this game. One simple reason. Dhoni's mistake giving Khalil that over, the 19th over, 33 runs.
Why Khalil? Why not Anshul Kamboj? Could have been Jadeja also for that matter. Jadeja had bowled a pretty economical spell, 3 overs, 24 runs, 1 wicket. Kamboj had, I think, given away 25 27 runs of 3 overs. I think it made sense to go with either of them, and you could have gone with, I think, Anshul Kamboj made sense because you wanted a fast bowler there. Khalil Ahmed, I think once again switching to those back of a line deliveries or bowling in the slot just where, someone like a Romario Shepherd or a hitter from the Caribbean, would like. I think it was a terrible mistake.
Terrible mistake because 33 plus 21, 54 runs in those 12 balls, and you lost by 2 runs. That was the margin. Today, RCB wanted to ensure that, okay, CSK don't do the double because they dropped so many catches. Virat Kohli, a simple catch by his standards, he dropped it. Ngidi, sitter. But CSK blundered tactically both with the bat and with the ball. Giving that over to Khalil Ahmed ensured gone. 33 runs, you did not have any business of winning that. Patirana having bowled 3 overs, 3 for 15. But again, last over, it can go either he will concede only 7 runs or he can concede 20 runs. It happened the other way. But Patirana not giving more than 5 wides, that itself was a miracle today. But today, MS Dhoni lost it tactically in the 19th over. He lost it when he decided to promote himself. You can't promote an MS Dhoni here when there was no need of a promotion. Why did you promote yourself? Dubey would have ensured that RCB's bowling plans could have gone awry. Simple point. Because 18th over, 19th over, you bowl with Bhuvneshwar, you bowl with Dayal. Who will bowl the 20th? You have to bowl your best 2 bowlers and then decide plan B, what is the thing. They didn't want to. Dhoni on strike, let's get a Suyash. Gone.
I think this is where, there comes a question probably that when you know that Suyash Sharma was going to bowl that particular over, and I think if I'm not wrong, Dhoni faced a total of 3 deliveries in that particular over. I think he faced the opening ball and the 2 balls, after that. Did Dhoni really miss a trick by not giving strike to a better settled batter in Ravindra Jadeja? Because Jadeja against a leg spinner, I think had he played maybe another 1 or 2 extra balls, things could have been different.
But Jadeja gave her that 1 dot ball also.
Yeah. Absolutely. The point here is that I know that I'm talking about the fine margins, but now it is about the fine margin only that CSK have lost this game.
See, that was a good ball. Jadeja couldn't do anything about it. He had to hit it back to the bowler. But 6 runs in the 18th over. Finished it off. They couldn't get anything going. The pressure was mounting.
The bowler who was under pressure.
Exactly.
Mostly. But Suyash bowled a brilliant. I think the last 3 overs by Dayal, Suyash, and who bowled?
Bhuvneshwar.
Bhuvneshwar went for a couple of runs, but Suyash and Dayal, both of them with their plans were really, really accurate.
I would say, see, that
Bhuvneshwar
over.
went for how many runs in that
Bhuvneshwar
over?
went for 14 runs.
Yeah, Bhuvneshwar went for runs. So Yash Dayal
13 runs.
Yeah, the way Yash Dayal defended, he wasn't able to execute the plans to the fullest because he was trying for the Yorkers. That wasn't the case. He missed on almost all the occasions. Not even 1 Yorker was in the block hole, but those were really good lower full tosses. So he wasn't way too away from the mark, but still, I think.
Well, this is breaking news. I take the blame. MS Dhoni has admitted it. I take the blame. Because what did he say? With the kind of deliveries and the runs needed, I felt I should have converted a couple more shots to ease the pressure. I take the blame. Those 4 words, I take the blame. It's come 11 games too late. You were not sure of your batting position right from the very beginning. You just thought, okay, RCB, Chinnaswamy, I have got an excellent record, I will do it. But Sunil Gavaskar is a very important point yesterday when we was talking to Sports Today, that exclusive interview that he gave. He said, see, for 2 months, Dhoni plays. Okay. After that, he just doesn't become a bat. For 10 months, and to get that kind of rhythm and everything, it is next to impossible to do it. You have to play consistently to get the power, to continue the big hits, to continue to ensure you are in those pressure situations. He just can't do it. The best days of MS Dhoni when it came with the bat was 6 years ago. His season and the way how they have lost today sums up CSK's season. Bad tactics, bad batting. Today at least you went past 200, but yet again it continues the trend. How much did they chase against LSG?
160, 170 odd.
They still can't chase a total in excess of 180. They
175.
175 plus, they still can't chase it successfully.
But anyhow, one more important factor in the match, when Ayush Mhatre and Ravindra Jadeja were, going, there was obviously an air of hope that CSK, would finally break their losing jinx and get on a winning note, once again in the IPL. I think this is pretty much a no-brainer, and I'm sure, we have all witnessed this thing, that did CSK slow down a bit? I think the point here is that RCB did, they did make sure that they had the right bowlers for the right batters. Even if they weren't getting those wickets, they still kept up with the, asking rate. They basically made sure that CSK did not really keep much with the asking rate. They were still pretty much behind it. And with the RCB bowlers, bowling those consistent line and lengths, did Ayush Mhatre and Ravindra Jadeja maybe make a slight mistake by not accelerating earlier? Because with the way things were going, CSK could have or maybe should have finished this particular match in 18th or the 19th over.
See, even the two batters in Padikkal and Patidar got a little slow in the middle overs for the Royal Challengers Bengaluru. They had the advantage of Romario Shepherd, the kind of finishing that he gave. I think that completely changed everything for Mumbai, for the Royal Challengers Bengaluru. Otherwise, it would have been a very different story altogether for the Royal Challengers Bengaluru. But I do agree, because the total was on the board, it was in front of you. You had to plan out the chase. I think Ayush Mhatre got a little tired at a point where he was not able to time the ball, and then he was just trying to powering the ball. And that's not that. What I feel is that's not the kind of game that he plays. He seems to be more of a timer of the ball. He wasn't able to do that because he was tired. Over there, the aggressor's role should have been played by Jadeja. I know he has ended at a strike rate of 167, if I'm not wrong. To be precise, somewhere around
94 or 55.
48.
195.
195.
196.
Jadeja.
Jadeja was 171.
171.
I thought you were talking about Ayush Mhatre.
No.
But there was a phase, in between in which Bhuvi was executing those Yorkers very well. The point was that boundaries were very hard to come, and at one stage
Jadeja over there, according to me, should have played the aggressor role, because Ayush Mhatre clearly was struggling at a point to really time the ball. And it could maybe also, I personally don't feel it was because he was nearing to 100. It was just because he lost out of fuel. But Jadeja, I think Jadeja should have played the aggressor's role. And again, he does have the runs on the board today. But again, Jadeja at number 4 will more often than not hurt you. Today, he should have taken the team over the line. That he had played 46 deliveries. I think at that point, he should have taken the team over the line.
See, sometimes I think it's about I think making those logical cricketing decisions, something that in case of CSK has been found extremely lacking this season. Dewald Brevis has been one of your best batters in the last 2-3 games or so. I think having him at number 5 does not make any sense. Just because Sam Curran scored a good 88 odd in the previous game against Punjab Kings doesn't mean that he should continue at number 3. No disrespect to Sam Curran, he is a fine batter, but on current form, it made sense to have Dewald Brevis at number 3, because he could have gone for his shots from ball 1, and that's the point here, that when CSK, when they had to accelerate, that's when Ravindra Jadeja and both Ayush Mhatre had to stick to the accumulator's role, primarily because of the fact that RCB did not basically take their foot off the pedal. That is where they made sure that they consistently bowled those line and lengths. The Yorkers were executed very well. But when Brevis coming in at number 5, I think it is pretty much a very difficult thing to digest. Because you have a batter who is in form, why is he batting so low down?
When did Ayush Mhatre and Dewald Brevis fall?
Consecutive balls, yeah.
When?
14th.
No. 16.2, 16.3. Now, prior to that, what had happened? The strategic timeout. For me, that timeout came at the worst possible time.
I probably thought that it came at the right time for CSK because he had hit a six of Bhuvneshwar Kumar just before that.
They were actually within touching distance. Now see, what happens is when there is a 2.5 minute strategic timeout, you are 150 seconds
breaks.
Momentum broke. See, if it was prior to that, Ayush Mhatre was clearing the fence, right? But then what happened? When he tried to hit a slow ball from Lungi Ngidi, better judgment, he mistimed it totally. And he holed out to the fielder. Brevis was scrambled because there was a one incoming delivery. He just missed it. He was beaten for pace there, Deval Brevis. And that is why when one falls, the second one will also fall. That strategic timeout came at the worst possible time for CSK. And they didn't recover because see, what were they? 16 overs, they were 171. Okay, 16 overs. Normally, with how many? 43 needed of 4. If you hadn't taken the timeout and everything, you could have easily coasted through.
But now I do now feel that the second timeout is usually the batting team's timeout.
But then they didn't take it now. 16, they default had to take it.
Had to happen. But my only point is that maybe the IPL should look into it a little bit. That maybe the second timeout should be the bowling team's timeout because more often than not, it's the bowling team who needs the momentum to break. So on occasions that day also, I remember that Delhi RCB game also, I felt that maybe that momentum could have shifted if a timeout was taken a little earlier. But again, it was the option of the RCB batting team. So more often than not, in second innings, second timeout, it's the bowling team who needs it more, so they can play around with it even better. So maybe that things could really change and make an impact in favor of the team that is bowling on the second.
For me, timeouts are a sham.
That's true.
Timeouts in both are a sham because they ensure that you play 3 hours and 40-50 minutes of a T20. You don't finish the game on time.
Bring back suspensions or reduce the number of overs if the overs in the first innings aren't bowled in time.
That is why that strategic timeout robbed CSK of momentum. And that's why you saw 2 wickets quickly. When have we always seen? And another good thing, I think straight from the Rishabh Pant playbook. When Suyash was bowling, there was a slight hold up of play, right, for about a minute or two extra. Krunal Pandya's injury. That combined with this ensured that which were the 2 overs in which you lost momentum? The 17th and the 18th. You just could not do it. And that is why those 2 instances, when extra time is taken and momentum is broken, CSK, again, fine margins, they just couldn't make it. So that is where I think RCB deserved to win primarily because Romario Shepherd's knock. Now this is where we will have to appreciate the difference maker today. Yes, Saat Khoon can't be more because 1 run, 1 over he considered 18. So minus that, so 35 runs extra. But still, those 33 runs in that 1 over. You are also saying, right, we are just discussing, even on this wicket, if RCB can't get past 200, they are losing it. They would have lost. Had that over gone for less than 20 runs, even if it was 40 runs, 16 minus, they would still have not gone to 200. Gone. Romario Shepherd peppered the boundary everywhere. Be it offside, be it leg side, be it straight down the ground. And if you thought Dayal's no ball was costly, they won the game. But even Khalil bowled a no ball. That went for a 6 by Romario Shepherd. That is where it is simply bad tactics from CSK. You could have bowled a combo, you could have bowled or Patirana could have bowled. I mean, they could have swapped the bowling plans entirely. Patirana could have bowled the 19th. The adage is you bowl the best bowler in the 19th, right? But who is the best bowler for them? Nobody. Here, loss of momentum, 16th and 17th. The promotion of MS Dhoni just didn't make sense. That 1-6. Now, please, they will again replay that whole thing and there will be a lot of people coming. How dare you? Didn't you see that 6 that he hit of Bhuvneshwar Kumar? But prior to that, what did he do? 6 or 7. I'm sorry, boss.
No, now he's taken the blame himself.
He's taken the blame. And, okay, I mean, thank God for smaller mercies that he took the blame. Because if this campaign is there, even when he's come back, CSK have not had a revival. Just 1 win. I think, right? He started, he took
LSG?
over from the
LSG win.
LSG win. No, but then he took over from the MI game,
They
right?
just won two games so far. in this
Exactly.
IPL.
And that is why, see, they're Kaveri neighbors. How fortune changes. That's why you should never be in arrogance, because the cycle of time, the wheels of time will always make it a level playing field. RCB would be in this position most of the times. But today it is CSK who are at the bottom, and most likely I think they are getting the wooden spoon.
Yeah.
I don't think any other team, barring RR, if RR have a catastrophic 3 games and CSK win 2 of them, then
Can happen with SRH also. All three are equally bad.
SRH, DC, I think, see, this now means, now let's get to the point situation, okay? I think we have dissected Romario, Shepherd, we have dissected the bad
There
mistakes.
is one more thing remaining, actually. 2 more things, in fact.
Tell me.
You know, King Kohli, another 50. You know, as the tournament is progressing, his strike rate is
Orange
increasing.
cap holder. Yep. 505 runs, just
He's
one run.
quietly gone about his business this season. It doesn't really look like that Kohli is setting the stage on fire, but yet he is.
Which is why I'm saying I was misunderstood totally in that contest. I said the focus is not on Virat Kohli. I didn't mean the fans at all. I meant in the RCB lineup. There are others who are
other
stepping
people,
up.
yeah, that's the whole thing. Because
Yes.
others have stepped up. Yash Dayal, Krunal Pandya, Suyash, Rajat
Hazelwood.
Patidar with his captaincy, Hazelwood, all of them as
Bethel, Salt, Tim David, Romario Shepherd.
It's not like that he's the standout player in that RCB team. And I think that he definitely is, but he's one of them. He's not the only one.
He doesn't have the weight of RCB shoulders on him now. There are 9 others or 7 others who can share the burden equally. And that is why, see, 505 runs and average well over 40, and man, I think
Is
strike
RCB
rates.
playing the best cricket ever? Across seasons?
I think RCB
Even
played even better cricket in 2011 when Chris Gale came.
No, I think
maybe.
2016.
No, 16 there was just Virat Kohli single-handedly.
See,
Gale, de Villiers.
1, 2, 3.
Gale, de Villiers, Kohli and KL Rahul.
There was Watson also at that time.
There was Yuzi Chahal.
But it was mostly 1, 2, 3,
See,
4.
one thing that, you know, I can say that even I, you know, began watching IPL in 2008. I've been watching it, you know, then covering since 2015. I think this has to be arguably, you know, the best cricket that RCB have played. Maybe, you know, 2011 can come a little closer. But one of the things that is actually standing out for RCB this season is that they have all bases covered now. See, now when Phil Salt comes in after an injury, he replaces Jacob Bethel. So one thing is for sure, that even if there's another injury, if it happens, assuming it happens, you have Jacob Bethel ready. You already have a couple of good fast bowlers also in your ranks. There is Swapnil Singh, who is yet to play a game, assuming, you know, Krunal Pandya does not make it to in the next few games. The backups are solid. The first 11 is firing. All they need is some consistency from Rajat Patidar, the batter.
And Jitesh Sharma.
And Jitesh Sharma. You get
Padikkal.
Padikkal is still, you know, he's still at least, you know, done better than Patidar, the batter. You get it from both Patidar and Jitesh. I think they might just look unstoppable.
I mean, see, this season is already very historic for him, because Virat looked at 63.1.
Quietly gone about his business.
144 strike rate. Many people say, did he retire from the wrong format? But no, he retired on a high. And if he wins this, then I think he has achieved whatever he needs to. Because the IPL title is that one sore point which was missing. Yes, he could achieve it in 2027 also, the World Cup win. But he's already a World Cup winner in 2011. So that's why the IPL trophy is the one thing. And many people have already started manifesting it also on May 25th. That yes, after 17 years in Ravi Shastri's commentary, after 17 long years, RCB win their maiden IPL title. They are keeping on showing this. We believe in RCB forever. We do all these things. Sure. Now is their best time to win. After all the heartbreaks of 2016, after all the heartbreaks of 2011, after all the heartbreaks that they've had in 2020, 2021, 2022, this stage, they have already achieved history.
And they're peaking at the right time as well, I think. Just like Mumbai Indians are peaking at the very right time.
Imagine they have now
Just
won.
imagine Mumbai RCB final.
I think that might be your final. That might be your final in 2025 on May 25.
And Mumbai winning it.
Maybe it could be RCB. Imagine Mumbai also, somewhere down the line their streak has to end. They lost the first final that they played in, but they won every final since then. But somewhere a streak has to end. So that is why I think CSK and RCB, this is where fortunes have changed. RCB are playing like what CSK used to do. CSK are playing like what RCB used to do back then. So, kudos to RCB. They have already achieved 6 straight away wins. And if they win against Lucknow at Ekana, a grand slam, 7 straight away wins. Only Kolkata Knight Riders have won 8 away. But they played 2 in the same venue. And that time it was not a 10-team IPL. It was a 8-team IPL. But yes, tougher challenges will await. See, 2 things RCB have to do. Finish top 2. So that it gives them that buffer of a knockout loss. Because eliminator if they're there, then they're doomed. If they go to qualifier 2, they have to win that. And then go into the final for the first time in 8 years.
See, the scenario for RCB is clear now. 11 matches, 8 wins, 3 losses. You win 1 out of your remaining 3 games. You will be assured of a spot in the playoffs. But if you win 2, then there's a very good chance that you will be assured of a place in the top 2.
Yeah, see, now the equation is very simple. Q will not come when teams have reached 16 now because there are 7 teams still in the fray. For 7 teams can still get to 16 or more.
And if LSG win tomorrow against Punjab Kings, it's going to, get more.
It will be. And if KKR beat RR tomorrow,
that, match has to happen.
It will happen. The weather is improved. Yeah. Weather is bad only in the evening time. So, RCB, 1 win, Q, sealed. Mumbai, 2 wins, GT, 2 wins, Q. Punjab, 2 wins, still not guaranteed.
No, but at least...
if KKR lose 1 game, all but sealed.
The point is, in case of Punjab Kings, the one thing that might go in their favor is that assuming even if they finish on a total of 8 wins, which means, they'll have 17 points, 1 extra from the drained off game against KKR, and that might just be enough for them to qualify.
No, that might still not be enough because I'll tell you why. Punjab have the toughest games remaining. They take on, I think they take on MI, they take on LSG tomorrow, they take on DC, and they take on RR.
It's just gotten very difficult for, I think now Kolkata and Lucknow
and Delhi.
Yeah, these 3 teams should somewhat realize that now the bus has already gone. I think Delhi peaked way too soon in the season.
How can you say that the ship has already sailed for Delhi Capital? See, I can still understand for KKR
because
and DC.
I'll tell you,
I'm not, trying to have fun with you. I'm being honest. A team has won 6 out of their 10 matches.
I'm telling you honestly why the ship has sailed for them. The only reason is that now in the coming 3 teams we should be rest assured who are going into the playoffs. That is Mumbai, RCB and Gujarat. These 3 teams, I think, have assured themselves. They have more than 1 foot, 1.5 foot in
See, as of now, if there is only one team that, has all but confirmed their qualification, it is RCB. That's it. So, for me, there are 3 more spots that are still up for grabs.
According to me, just 1 more spot up for grabs. In Delhi, the kind of opponents that they are playing, it's only the Sunrise Hyderabad, that too in Hyderabad, and I'm not too sure about if that game is going to happen or not because it's been raining over there as well in Hyderabad. I just saw the story of Ashutosh Sharma. It was raining there. So you never know what turns out over there. I'm not too sure about the weather forecast. But today at least I know that it was raining. Then Punjab Kings in Dharamshala. It's going to be very interesting. Gujarat Titans in Delhi.
That's the last home game.
That's the last home game for Delhi. And then
Mumbai.
That then. So to say that Delhi will go on and win at least 2 more games, that too will also not assure you. So they might just have to win 3 games from here. And if somehow tomorrow Punjab goes on and wins, I think the road will get even tougher for Delhi.
See, there is only one team that can balance and make life miserable for all the other teams either above or below them. Lucknow Super Giants. If Lucknow beat Punjab and KKR
even
beat
more
RR, then the cat is amongst the pigeons. Number 3, number 4 are not assured then. 3 also because see GT, yes 14, but only 2 points separate them. If Mumbai also, even for the second spot, number 2 to number 7 will still be very active.
KKR, I think it very, very unlikely. They can get maximum to
17
if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
looks
So,
very
if,
unlikely.
Yeah,
okay,
absolutely, it does.
this scenario, KKR beat RR, more than likely.
Yeah.
PBKS lose to LSG, more than likely.
Hmm.
PBKS on 13, KKR on 11.
Delhi day after
Delhi
tomorrow
then will
beats-
slip.
It's on Sunday. It's Monday.
Monday,
DC
Delhi
SRH.
SRH.
If DC wins that,
Then you stay alive, and Punjab, LSG then go down. But if Punjab win tomorrow, game over. They'll be on 15. MIGT will be on 14 apiece. RCB are already on 16.
if Punjab wins tomorrow, I think we will more likely, in all likelihood, we'll have.
That's your top 4.
Yeah, because then they'll have, because they also have that one extra point. So even if Delhi will win their next game against SRH, they'll still be a point behind.
But again,
You know,
there is one more team that can derail them. Kolkata Knight
Kolkata
Riders.
Knight Riders. See, Kolkata have, pretty much easier fixtures, but
Kolkata now,
See, they're taking on RR.
but Sidvi said they don't even have one this much space to.
So, if any
must-win
team,
situation,
Yeah.
do or die.
They don't
every
even
game.
this much room.
if any team can do a resurgence and rise from the Phoenix, apart from
It's
Mumbai
KKR.
Indians, it is Kolkata Knight Riders.
Yeah.
Now they're playing 2 at home. Tomorrow RR and CSK. They are playing 2 away, SRH in Hyderabad, RCB in Chinnaswamy.
I think the only point is that I'm just looking at it from a very this perspective that for me, if there's one team that is qualified, it is only RCB, all but qualified. Rest 3 spots are up for grabs because I feel there is only one team that can still make this top 4 pretty interesting, and it is Delhi Capitals. I still
Brevis,
see
just before we get
Yeah.
to that, Brevis
Yeah.
took the review at 22 seconds.
Brain fade, absolute brain fade.
And Rohit took it at 15th, just half. So
Just-
I know lots of people will compare the two situations, but
There is no comparison. Brevis was 7 seconds late. Again, 7
Rohit
Thala
was
for a
just
reason.
at the
There is too much Thala for a reason in
No, I
Chennai
think
Super Kings.
MS Dhoni's. I think this year it's been. I think not just me. I was one of them. I think lots of people thought this, that Mahi Bhai has that touch of Mahi Bhai that suddenly things change. He's tactically it's so acute. But this year I think it has been exposed on many occasions. Today being one more occasion like that, where the calls are being wrong, and I think that's a very big worrying sign. Because see, body is one thing, body not responding, but still with MS Dhoni, why the franchise wants to keep him playing is because of the tactics that he brings to the field, despite him not performing to the fullest. But now that the tactics are also not working like that for him, things are not going in his favor. I think it is sort of in a way the end.
I'm sorry. I think CSK need a total reboot. And I don't know whether that will happen in IPL 2026, but if IPL 2025 is any reason to go with, I'm sorry. If this doesn't demand a reset, then I don't know what will. I really don't know what will. So, Mirage rules, let's take some comments here. Mirage rules from Canada. Dayal with all those help, but CSK still couldn't win. Yeah, I mean, see, RCB tried their damnedest to lose so that they don't achieve the double, but then CSK still couldn't get over that because of some individual brilliances that happened. Yash Dayal, again, that was no fluke, and Danush is again proving it. Yash Dayal proved last year wasn't a fluke. After 2009, RCB beat CSK 2 times in a season. Last 5 matches, thrillers, CSK, RCB, Chinnaswamy, 2018, 19, 23, 24 and 25. But then I'm saying, in the league, I'm not saying defeating them in the playoff or something. Playoff is a lottery. But you haven't beaten them twice in the league stages, and that is why 2009, yeah, that's also grey area. You beat them once in the league stage, you beat them even in the semi-finals, that was there. Pawan Holla, RCB gave many chances for CSK to win this match, but still CSK fumbled with thumbs up their entire season. No intent to win. Poor tactics, yeah, and you lost momentum at crucial times. You lost such crucial momentum at the end, so that is why, yeah. Rahul Dravid Vinod. Dubey should have come in after Brevis ahead of Dhoni, even more considering 1 over of spin left. Absolutely. Should have forced RCB to bowl Romario. Not many questioning captain just because MSD.
No, we are questioning it. I think even in the first innings
Vinod.
also, we questioned that penultimate over of Khalil Ahmed, and now Brevis, coming in too much slow down the order. Dhoni coming in ahead of, Dubey, although he has taken the blame for not finishing the game, but these have been tactical blunders.
Rahul Dravid,
You think
Vinod,
PBKS will win?
please go back to the start wherein I absolutely highlighted that why did Dhoni promote himself? Please rewind the tape. Ashish Dhar, if there are 10 teams, why each team is not playing everybody twice? I'll tell you why, Ashish Dhar, because there is a
Why are you
grouping
telling
system.
you've done a video, then they should
Check
watch
that video, but that
man.
was 1.5 months ago.
Yeah, but still.
But still, in one particular table, you will face 4 teams twice. All the others you will face once, barring the team that is seated adjacent to you. MI and CSK are seated adjacent to each other from different groups, so they'll play each other twice. The others they'll play once. In CSK's own group, they'll play the other teams twice. So that is how the system is made here. Gokar saying Sid just says random things. I don't know which Sid, but I can say one thing here. Check the video. We haven't said any random things. We have said everything with fact. And MS, she's saying MS should have come up. If Dubey would have failed, he would say MS should have come up. No, Gokar. We couldn't have said MS Dhoni should have come up because we don't know his batting position. We honestly don't know what his batting position is. Please. A batsman who can bat at number 9, a batsman who can bat at number 7, because of a dodgy knee, he can't play in the top 4. How can we expect him to come up? We just can't. So please, spare me all those things that, oh, MS Dhoni should come up, MS Dhoni, this thing. He would have faced 6 overs of spin. CSK would have not even come to 2 runs. They would have lost by 20 runs in that sense. So please, it's an open secret.
Any more comments?
Yeah. So,
Dev Pratap Singh Chauhan is saying, well played Ayush. RCB's only weakness is middle order. That's what we also discussed. Virat's 145 strike rate doesn't tell the complete story. His 350s batting first are at a strike rate of 161, 166 and 187. In run chases, strike rate does not matter.
it doesn't matter. And see, Virat succeeded. We are all saying, no, he just had a strike rate of over 107. But again, because there was a Krunal Pandya going bang bang.
That was fine.
In the DC
Also in
encounter,
between, I think Jadeja could have really upped the ante.
yeah, but then I think, see, he was in momentum along with AYUSH Mhatre, but that strategic time out, that killed their momentum.
Just before we say goodnight, one line maybe on AYUSH Mhatre.
Yes, I mean, AYUSH
We forgot
Mhatre,
to talk about.
of course.
He's yet to play a T20 match. He was yet to play a T20 match before he made his IPL debut. I think he looks a great prospect for CSK, and I really hope that he continues to open for them in the next season.
See,
I
this-
really
He's
hope.
not played T20 cricket till now.
Yeah, IPL 2025, if you have to remember,
Did he play the Maharashtra
T20 league, no, I don't
That's
think
not counted,
so.
na?
It's
No, that's
another
not counted,
T20.
but did he even play that?
Yeah. See, this IPL 2025, if you will now remember, it is when teenagers, the teens have stamped their authority. Look at a Vaibhav Suryavanshi, 101 of 38. Fearlessness. AYUSH Mhatre. More than this game, I think the assault that he had against the Mumbai Indians bowlers in that first game that he played in. It is truly fantastic.
Okay,
AYUSH Mhatre and Vaibhav Suryavanshi deserve all the plaudits that are coming at them. But remember, every single day will not be successful for them. They will have ups, they will have downs. Vaibhav Suryavanshi, 101, 0 of 2. But remarkably, whenever a batter has hit 100, he's fallen for a duck the next game. I think Priyansh Arya also.
Yeah.
Priyansh Arya had the same thing. Even Abhishek Sharma, if I'm not mistaken. Either he had a duck before and then he had a 140. So that is the thing. Shashank Bhatt.
But Kohli should be subbed out every match as his fielding skills are worsening day by day. Kohli is nowhere in the last celebration, bit weird.
No.
I think Kohli, the fielder, still has been pretty good. His ground fielding has been, I think, pretty much up to the mark. There can be a few lapses here and there, but it happens with everyone.
See, I'll tell you, Shashank, let's not read too much into it. Virat was angry with himself because he dropped that catch and RCB could have lost. And he knew what the odds were, he knew what the stakes were. If RCB had lost today, then this entire pack of PBKS, DC, LSG, KKR would have had a huge lifeline. he knew he was almost about to lose them the game. And that is where I think he was not happy with himself. That's why he didn't go robust in celebrations. He knew they had just gotten out of jail. Oh, Shrijesh Nair, is RCB giving a champion vibe this year?
I'll be very honest, it is. Now it is. Because you know what, I think they're peaking at the right time. To begin with, I remember saying this and we saw this as well. Delhi knew how to win the games. We saw how they were winning close encounters. Whenever the game went down to the wire, they were making sure that they are the ones who win the game. It was never the other team. So I think that is a sign when you're peaking. And I think RCB today that they have done that now, I think that now the team will come even more together, then realize that everything is starting to fall in place for themselves. It's just that maybe they should not be ahead of themselves as far as time is concerned. But I think that everything is falling into place for them. Like for Mumbai Indians, I think they are equally dangerous at this point.
I think the only team that can stop RCB given their current form is the Mumbai Indians. And I think we are staring at an MI-RCB final for the very first time.
Too early.
I think that is going to happen.
Some team will come from behind also, Sidvi sir. It's not going to be this year.
I mean, who are the teams? See,
Punjab can.
Delhi Capitals can.
No. Delhi are in the middle of a slump. That one team which I have said now that they will slump is the Delhi Capitals, and they are slumping. Typical to, yeah. So, what a game. 2-run victory by the Royal Challengers Bengaluru. A historic double in the league stage by them. They have never done it against CSK. They have done it finally now. 2009, yes, they did win 2 times against CSK, but that was one in the semi-final and one here. And
Qualifier too.
no, that time there was no qualifier.
Semi-final.
2009, it was semi-final. The format was changed for Delhi Capitals and they never made full use of it until 2020. But yes, tomorrow 2 massive games, both the day game and the evening game. The day game will feature Kolkata Knight Riders versus the Rajasthan Royals at the Eden Gardens. If KKR win, they are in this melee. If KKR lose, game over, even for them. Then if they can still be alive, if LSG beat PBKS. And that is the first game that you're going to see at Dharamshala. So that is 2 very, very vital games. Battle for the playoffs is officially underway. So thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this live. And it's been a great, great game. From me, Sid Gulati and Shashwat, and also from Saransh, it is bye-bye, Nandri, Vanakkam, Shubhratri, Shabba Khair, eat your vegetables.
And don't trouble your mother.
Stay safe and subscribe to Sports Today.